Right, I want to try something a little bit different now. The old PS1 screens, I always thought they were really cool, and I wish there'd been a solution. I think later on there was a solution. You could get aftermarket ones for the original PS1. But now that we can get real cheap screens, and we've got Xstation, so we don't have to worry about the disk drive getting in the way too much. I thought, how cool would it be if we got one of these in here? So there's a few things I'm going to have to check. I think it's doable. Maybe we have to remove that. Make some 3D printed bits. There are some buttons on here as well. This is just a reverse cam. What kind of drew me to it is it had the audio as well, so it could make it use these speakers, or maybe even throw them out and get some better ones in there, probably. But yeah, so I'm going to strip this apart and have a look and see how much space we've got. I think it should work. If I can't use this, I've seen some files for a 3D printed lid that might be able to modify to get it to work. Maybe giving it a bit more depth. Obviously, the other thing as well that we'll have to figure out is that this only opens to there, but there's this notch here, and this is a really dirty one. It's part of a junk lot I've got. It's got these two notches as well. So either remove them notches and remove that, or we'll cut notches into here. I'll cut this out. I'll have to figure that out. Maybe cut these back and see how far it goes. But first thing I need to do is pull this apart and get an idea of what we'll have to do to it, because there's going to be some sort of controller board in there we'll have to reposition. Right. It's not made of the best plastic, but that's to be expected. It's only a cheap thing. What's nice about this as well is it's got everything's all in one cable. I don't know if I'm going to reuse this cable. I'll see how they're connected. If they're connected with like GST connectors, I might just make my own cables for it. Now it's 12 volt. And we can only get 8 volts off the PSU, but I'm hoping that that's just because it's designed for a car, and it'll probably run fine on 5 volts. Oh, wow. There ain't much in there. I thought there were speakers on this. It's got a connector for a speaker. Well, I don't see a speaker anywhere. I've been ripped off out of a speaker. I wonder if it's got little points on there somewhere that you can solder a speaker to it. That's interesting. I mean, the other option with that is just to get a little audio amp board and plug that in. But what I am happy about is how thin this little screen is. Got to remember which way it goes up as well. So yeah, text to the bottom. Sorry, text to the top. So when we're mounting it in, I like the mounting method that they've used. I can't see anywhere for. I have to get a microscope on it. There are some unpopulated bits, but I can't see where a speaker would go. I'm assuming that it's got capability on here because it's got all them bits. Right. I think we're just going to break this off. be destructive. Because I want to reuse this wire. There we go. Let's take these gloopy bits of glue off. Hopefully don't wreck it. Oh, why did I do this to me? Gloopy. Come on, you can come unstuck. You are free. You've got a much more exciting life ahead of you. Hopefully if I don't break you, I'll be buying another one from China. I think. There we go. It's out. Yeah. So if that... Oh, the cable's even longer, it's been bent over. So it'll be just an off-the-shelf thing. Oh, I really don't want to break that. Right. Ooh. Right. So, should we just remove that board for now? There we go. Move that out of the way. So, oh, come on. Yeah. Will that stick in place? I just want to see. Can you imagine it now? How cool would that be? It fits. It just fits. Yeah, I think we'd take that little bit off. Take that little bit off the board. I would, right, is that the right way around? Yeah, so that's the right way around. Take that little bit off the board, off the shell. How would we mount that? We put that there, maybe. Maybe we could tuck. So how did it go? How did that go now? So that were like that there. Oh God. Yeah, so that were there. So these, the metal bits go to the top. So if we had it like, we tucked it underneath. Like that or something. And that went there. These buttons are kind of high up, but I think we can trim them. So yeah, something like that. I think this could work. Right, first step, seeing if I can cut these bits. This is a busted up one, so I'm going to use this as my little prototype. And we'll make a prototype thing and see if we can get it to work. Sick. We'll tackle the speakers. Hey, maybe we could put the speakers in here. There's loads of space. Maybe we could do something like that. Print some little speaker grills. That'd be cool. Yeah, I'm still confused. Still confused why they've got that in there. I mean, I don't want to break it, but taking this glue off. Was that just detached? That's even detached as I've pulled it off. Great. What is that for? Oh, that's for that signal board. Yeah, I can't see any points. God, that's awful. Be able to fix that though. Yeah, I can't see anywhere where it says speaker or something like that. Maybe I'll Google this and have a look and see. Because there's these other headers here. Oh, look on back here. AV1, AV2. Oh, right, so it's not audio. It's just got the white plug like an audio. It's so you can have multiple inputs. Right. What I do like about it is that it's got these headers. Oh, look at that. It's even got it's got the UART. I'm saying all this and it's not, you can't even see it. It's got these like terminals here so you could like add a serial connection if you want to do some like UART like hacking stuff on it. Which may have to do if it's got some horrible things on it, but yeah. Okay, well, we might have to get a little audio amp board, but that should be pretty easy to get hold of. Yeah, so the white's not an audio, it's a second AV input. And you think on the back, because I saw them and I thought they were speakers. Oh well, right. I'll get cracking and see if we can cut that bit off. I'm not too sure the best way to go about this. That seems to work well. I'll cut these off and I'll get some sandpaper on there. Get that nice and flat. Because there's these other bits as well. There's these like little impressions from the, I'm guessing it's from the mould the tool in. So that's pretty much off there. Let me see if I can find some sandpaper just to start taking that off. I'll just try it with this 40 grit. Yeah, that's taking it off. Don't have to have this looking nice. This is a prototype. This is our prototype, and then we'll get a nicer one. We'll find a nicer one and like 3D print a nice bezel, but I want to see if we can get it flat and figure out where everything, how much of that can we take off as well? Let's just try. It won't go through that, will it? Feels like it, yeah. Feels like it'll be alright. Yeah, that's taking that off nicely. Right. That was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Probably best not inhaling all this ABS plastic, it stinks. I should have had a mask really, but let's I bet that's not going to stick anymore. No, something like that. So get some double-sided tape, or just hot glue it like they did with this. That's sticky. Why is it not sticking down? Is it because it's like slightly curved? Maybe. Maybe it's because I'm not pushing it down far enough. I'm not being brave enough with it. That's the thing when you're dealing with these little little screens. You don't know how much abuse they can take before they go crack. I want to pull this out, but not too much. All right, yeah, I think it'll grab it. that tape. All right. Imagine that. Right, where's that little board gone? This is going to be fiddly. Maybe I'll attach this before I stick it down next time. To get some better tape, better like double-sided tape for it. Yeah, do you know what? Let's just undo that. This is the correct procedure now. Right, there. I don't want to flex that too many times either. Right, imagine that on there and that on there. Yeah, that could work, couldn't it? Look at that. I'll zoom you out. Yeah, imagine that. That'd work. Okay, cool. Alright, we've got to figure out how to make... Now all that, these buttons, I'm just going to make them real short. I mean, I'm not even sure, do we need these buttons? Is it just going to turn on? Because what could they be for? I'm not even sure what they're for. Maybe we'll figure. Maybe I should have turned this on first and figured it all out. Oh well, let's yeah, let's see if we can figure out how to make this lid go higher than it's meant to. So I'm going to pull this off for now. Right. Right. Just had a go cutting these two tabs off the back and cut this little tab off of here. It almost, that's nearly right, you know. And what's nice about it, it fits so firm against there. It sort of holds it in place as well. It's just cool. So yeah, this is going good. So what I'm thinking is maybe making a mark and cutting some more out of there. Obviously I've got to file that and make it look nice, but one thing I over noticed as well is because we've got this nice mark here. Oh god, trying to get it. I'm thinking we've got this. Maybe that's somewhere we could get the buttons in. Yeah, that might work. Having the buttons this side, making them sort of going into this little divot here. That could work. I mean, I think I'll probably have to still like nip a bit off of it, but yeah, that could work. Right, I'm going to remove the ribbon cable from this now because I've just got thoughts of me breaking it. Yeah, cool. So next thing we're going to do, I'm just going to cut that down a little bit. Cut that little gap on the back of the lid. Right, just did a test fit. Just put a proper PlayStation under it. Got just a 12-volt adapter up to it, and power it on. Oh yeah. That actually looks pretty cool. Surprised how good the screen looks actually. Yeah, well happy with that. This is going to be sick. Right, I've just found these. I've got these little like for fan extensions. Using for like Noctua mods on Dreamcasts, but I think these would be alright because I've looked at the board and it doesn't have its own ground for the AV. It looks like it just uses the AV from the ground cable that's coming from the power, which is a bit weird, but if it works, it works. So I'm going to try that. I'm just hooking it up with this. So yeah, I'm just going to quickly solder these two bits together. Attach this to that point and then see how we'll get on with that. Right, so I've got all that hooked up, and yeah, so I was right. It does get the ground from the ground on the power cable. It doesn't seem to affect the video signal too much. It looks alright. Now yeah, this is it. It's no external wires, it's all sort of in, so yeah, it's getting there. Real happy with that. And yeah, you can just unplug it when you need to take it in and out. I'm going to have to cut a groove in the plastic down here so they can feed that wire through. But yeah, it's looking good. Looks like it's starting to look like a thing. Yeah, I've also got to drill them holes for that, and this wire came off, so I'm going to have to solder that back in, but it's like the most flimsical little bit of wire. Yeah, maybe that needs to go on like a little connector or something as well. Don't know. I'll have to figure that out. Oh yeah, we'll probably have to for running it through there. Yeah, I'll work that out. Right, a bit more work on this. Yeah, so this was the first prototype one. I've had to adjust it a bit to make it fit. It does fit, but I've made some changes to it. I'm printing off a second version now. Yeah, this recess isn't big enough. I measured it against this, but I guess it's just the tolerances with the printer. I've just made it too small, so I've increased the size of that. I've also added some nicer recesses and stuff around it just to make it a bit interesting and flat, and also I'm printing it this way around. I think this looks nicer than the other side. This was printed really fast as well on low quality settings, as it's just a prototype. And the same with next one. Probably the last, probably when I get a design I'm happy with, probably printing it in white. Still not decided what to do with the whole top section. Maybe we'll paint the whole case white or something, I'm not sure. But the next step, whilst we wait for that print, I'm going to see if we can get this button in. Now I'm going to try the old technique a builder showed me of pushing like these marks against a piece of paper and then just lining it up and then drilling. So yeah, I'm going to give that a go. Better move the actual machine out of the way. I'll just drill a big hole in it. Right, so I'll see if I can get them lined up. Like I said, this is a pretty junk case anyway, so if we make mistakes, it doesn't matter too much, because we can always get another shell and have another go at it. This is the prototype. And see how awful that is. It's made 3 holes at least, that's one thing. I can't say they look straight. Yeah, and obviously not going to be big enough for them. They sort of line up. Do the old thing of making them a bit bigger. I know that this isn't the right way to do things. This is a prototype stage. We'll get a real nice shell for it. I'm even thinking of, I was thinking about it last night, and I was thinking maybe we should see if we can get a bigger screen for it, because there's still a bit of space that we could use in there. Right, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to get the file out. Yeah, they're almost there. That last one's not off, a bit. Oh well. I ain't got my round file, bear with me. Right, I made these holes a bit bigger. It's not the neatest job. And I got some screws in the back to go through. That seems to hold it pretty well. I think what we'll probably do, because we're going to have, I think we'll have the switch for the lid here as well. Might make a little vanity plate in the final thing to print to go over here. I'm not sure what to look at next. I was just still waiting for that other print. Yeah, or maybe figuring out how to wire this up back to the back up to the little board. There's two little wires. I guess this all sticks together, so probably can have. It doesn't need to be disconnectable. Yeah, I'll look at that. Getting some wires up to there. Just whilst I've got the drill, I'm going to try and make this little gap for the cable to run through. I'm thinking if I drill a notch at this here, try not to wreck everything, and then file it out. There we go. And then I can start to file that out. I might need to remove the lid actually. I can file this out now. Get a nice notch going for all the cabling to go through. It looks scruffy, but once it's filed it'll look nicer. Right, I stuck some wires on there. Maybe they're not long enough, but we can make them longer anyway later. They'll go through. I'll have to put them through this section, I think, because there's notches actually there. So maybe we'll add some more wire on. I'm also thinking, whilst we're here, this is a good spot for the, like a latching switch for the disc drawer to see if it's open or closed. So I'll have a look and see if I've got any switches for that. Yeah, got just put that switch in. Just put a couple of screws in to hold it in from there. So that just needs a couple of wires sticking. And that we'll have to put a connector on it, another connector on the motherboard, like a GST or something for it. Yeah, because obviously when you're taking the lid off, you want it all to be easily removable. Alright, so we've done a 3D print, another one. This one came out a bit jank as well, but check that out. I'll run the wires through. I haven't put the control wires on yet, but yeah, check this out. It's like a proper thing. Yeah, it came out all crummy. I did some settings wrong badly, so yeah, printing again. Third time's a charm. Yeah, but I'm getting very excited about this. I just love how I kind of like how it's a scruffy case as well, because it's almost like a sleeper. I think nothing of it, just a regular PlayStation, nothing to see here. And bam! Right, so I've done a bit of a test fit with everything. I got the other bezel printed, and now I've put all the mechanism for the eject back in there, and sort of built it together and put screws in it. I've just chucked the Xstation in there just to test that everything fits in. but I haven't fit it correctly yet, or fully. So I'm going to do that next. But check this out. Yeah, it's sort of looking proper now. That's so cool. Yeah, and obviously that all fits down nicely. And we've got the Xstation there. Still got that switch to wire up, so I'll do that when we do the Xstation. These buttons aren't wired up yet, so I've got to pull that back off and do that. But yeah, it's coming together. It's looking good. I'm going to do the Xstation real quick. It's not going to be a full tutorial because this video is getting too long. I've also ordered like the speakers and like audio board, but I'm going to do that in like the next video because, like I said, this video is getting kind of long. I want to get it out there, and that's going to be like the next stage, getting speakers in it, and yeah, deciding where we want to go from there. Right, we've got Xstation just loosely plugged in and soldered all the QSB in. I'm just going to hold the button down now. Still need to fix that in, but we need to fix the wires behind it first. Right, let's give it a shot. And there we go. Booting into Xstation. We'll get his little menu. Right, sweet. So let's got to do something about this switch. So we'll get that wired up to the other little one we've done now as well. Probably take that one out and then use the holes to put in some wires or something. Yeah, get rid of that switch. And yeah, and then the last thing to do in this video after that is get them little other wires sorted. Right, excuse the desk, it is starting to get in a bit of a mess now, but I'm determined not to clean it until I finish this video. Right, so I'm looking at this. I've got some of these GST connectors. I'm wondering if one of these will fit in. They look like they're a similar pitch. I think it might do. Might be a little bit of a stretch. But yeah, that'd be nice if we could just get one of these on the top of there. On top of there. So it's nice and easy just to unplug it. Yeah. Let me get my trusty desoldering gun. It's moving all the rubbish I've got on my desk now. See how much of a pain these are going to be. Might have to break out the soldering wick if it's... Ah, that got it. There we go, that looks good. I should just pull, oh, there we go. Nicely pulled out that now. That's that switch. You can see me in that reflection. It's got all these numbers on it, but I'm pretty sure looking at it, these are just bridged across. Yeah, it's a little bit of a stretch for this, but I reckon we can get it in. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, because these are bridged across anyway on these traces. See, Xstation QSB. Yeah, these are bridged across, so putting it that way should just work. A little bit more of this stuff on. Why is this not playing ball? Is my tip dirty? Actually, let's use the bigger tip because these are... I bet it's because it's taking all the heat out of it up the pin, so I'll use a bigger tip. That might help. Yeah, that's a bit better. I'm not right keen on this solder I bought. That should be fine though. Right. We haven't melted it. I'll make up a connector for that. I like these kits because they come with pre-crimped wires to use. It just makes it all a little bit easier. And all you've got to do is just push them into the right way around, of course, into the connectors. You know the crimp's good then. I just got to sort these little bits out. So yeah, that'll attach on there. Please tell me I've got the right connector on. Yeah, I think it's right. Is it right? It doesn't look right. Oh, it's right. It's just me. Yeah, so that's good. So just attach them to the back of that switch. Right, so we want it so if it's pushed down, like in traditional on position, I think that should be that makes sense for the on position. I've just tinned these up a little bit. Just make them easy to push through. So if it's down when it's on, we'll want them in here, these two. And I could just put them all the way through, they're the same pole, but... Or maybe it's better if I do it like that. Yeah, let's do it like that. I can make it really easy for myself, just bending this thing out. This pin. There we go. Alright, let's stick a bit of glue on there. This isn't as neat as I'd wanted it, but I'm running a little bit on empty because I've been at a Christmas party. So this is videos all staggered from different days. I was left the easy stuff to do today. Right, that's good, that's on. Over. I'm not keen on this solder at all. It seems like to take loads of flux to stop it from being a cold joint. Maybe that's maybe someone could suggest a decent quality solder for me. I don't like the unleaded stuff. That seems good enough anyway. Right, we'll try that, test that out. One thing I'm going to do, so I've got some wire to run the wire. I'm going to try and see if this works. Or would it be better like that? See this? I'm going to just fatigue this off, hopefully. Zoom out a bit. See if I can fatigue this part off, so I can just run them wires out. I'll see if this works. Just so they don't get nipped. See how I've got them there. And them two, oh yeah, that's done it nicely. Is there one I can pull off there? I didn't really for that one. Oh well, we'll see how it goes. Oh yeah, make sure I get that ribbon cable up through this bit. So I don't nip that one as well. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. Didn't think about this. I can't put it in there. Will I make that hole bigger? I wonder. Do I have the tools necessary to do that? Oh, do I have to plug it in before? Yeah, how am I going to do that? I didn't think about this. Oh wait, can we... You know when you thought you had a really good idea? Will it feed through? Oh dear, I've got anything I can cook that with. Bear with me. Just making this cable longer because I realised it was too short when I was testing it. But yeah, I just solder them up and just stick some of this heat shrink up. It's probably way too long now, but it's easier to work with if it's too long than it is too short anyway. There we go, that's that done. Right, yeah, didn't have the right tool, but I just mashed it all in lieu of the right tool. So now that fits in there now. It's kind of nice. If it wasn't all mashed in, yeah, should probably find my little Dremel or something like that to cut it out. But my Dremel's needing repair. Apparently it's a common thing, little wire snaps inside them, but I ain't got around to it in about 10 years, so. Alright, I'll put all this together and we'll test it. Right, excuse the mess, but check how cool this is. So this is turning it on with the switch turned off. So we get that, get the screen, and then we turn it on. It should now detect that the lid's closed and start booting Xstation. There we go. This is so cool. I was a bit worried that the text wouldn't be clear on such a small screen, but because the resolution is, I can't remember what it is on PlayStation, but yeah, the text were kind of big anyway on it. You know, obviously because it's designed for like CRT screens. So it actually looks pretty good and nice and crisp. It's so cool. Sorry, just adjust that a bit. It just looks so good. I'm so excited. Yeah. The next thing I do is I don't know how well that's coming across in there, but yeah, it actually looks really nice and crisp. It's amazing, really, like how quickly like LCD technology, how much it's come down in price. Wow, this costs less than 10 quid, this screen. It's wild. Yeah, you get the gist. It's cool. Next thing, I want to get these little switches done, and then that's going to be it for this video. So yeah, do that now, and then we can have a little bit of a look overview of what I've done. Just fixed the trace where the cable broke off from it, and I've just added a bit of gloop, bit of the solder mask stuff, just to give it a little bit of mechanical strength. But we'll just give it a quick test. I'm getting really I don't want to take this apart too many more times because this ribbon cable is getting a bit creased. Right, that's in. So now we'll have all those functions back. We've got contrast, that goes through the different settings. Oh yeah, that's good. Let's put it all together. Right, it's getting real, with all the cables and stuff, it is getting real tricky to put back together. Now we've got this Xstation in as well. These are kind of a little bit fiddly to get in as well on their own without all the rest of this lot going off. I think once we get audio in here, we're going to have to figure out a good cable management system. Oh, I can't forget to put that in. Yeah, I've got to figure that out. Like, maybe another cable tie there, just to hold everything together. So it's real tricky. Looks good though. It's become a little bit tight on there. I'm not quite sure why. Is that control board squeezed up? Maybe it's got in the wrong place. I'll have a little look. There it is. It looks so cool. I haven't glued the bezel in yet because I'm still not entirely sure where the speakers are going to go. I've ordered speakers and a little audio amp board for it. They're going to come in a week or so. I don't know what it's going to be like over Christmas delivery. But yeah, if these speakers, I can't find a good place for them, I might have to order smaller ones, like ones that sort of come in like a Game Boy Advance or something like that, and then put them in the bezel at the top. Yeah, so I'm not gluing it all in yet. But yeah, I'm super chuffed with it. But all that's going to come in the next video. I might have a look at some other bits and bats as well. Maybe, oh, ignore the light. Maybe check out some styling. Maybe make it a cool custom case. Yeah, I might have to think about that. I'm really happy with how it turned out. It's really cool. It's a cool little thing. It's just like the old PS1s, but it's a fat one. And you know, it's got Xstation. You could stick nearly every single game on this. What would be really cool is if we can get one of the USB-C power boards for it, and then a high power battery bank, so it could be like a completely portable thing. So you just rock up anywhere with a controller and a power bank, and just put it down in a coffee shop or something like that, and just play some PlayStation. I think that'd be awesome. Sort of like the original intent with the PS1 Slims with LCD screens. Yeah, super chuffed with this. It's so cool. Alright, well that's going to do it for this video. It kind of ended up being very, very long. But yeah, give us a thumbs up if you like this stuff, and a subscribe, because we're going to come back to this and make it even more awesome. Peace.